Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Let's get into it.
Welcome, ladies and gents, to another episode of Trenscend
Is that
with Nyle and Sean.
Is that the secret name?
It's the secret name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Transparent.
Transparent. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
I just realized that, like, even though I haven't even taken Tren yet, and it's like, I guess it's more of the concept of the fact that, like, it's not something that I want to promote, but
Tren.
just like Tren and PEDs in general.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is that I want to remain transparent about everything I've gone through.
Okay.
And the reason why I have this podcast.
Yeah.
The reason why I even do fitness in the first place. Because I'm not here to be someone's idol.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here because I want to relate to people that have gone through similar things as me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the best way for me to truly make an impact before I die, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, that guy looks sick. You know, I want to be like this guy literally helped me get out of a dark place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like the same way from, like, even though, like, a lot of the videos I post is just, like, doesn't have a lot of meaning behind it, or it's just me just standing or doing whatever. There's so many people, like, DM me like, yo, just those videos, like, seeing you motivated me to get into the gym, just something like that. And it's like, it hits home to me to just, like, keep grinding,
right?
Like, staying on it.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Because, like, you start doing all that fitness stuff and then you don't realize all these people start coming up to you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, holy shit, like, these people make me feel like I'm actually making a lot more of a difference than I thought.
It's cooler when, like, people come up to you in person and they're like, yo, like, you literally changed my life. Yeah. That's happened to me a few times, and it's like, shit, I didn't even know if anyone even sees my video.
Right.
Because you don't know, like, because
right.
when you see, like, the numbers on the screen, it's nowhere near as, like, meaningful when, like, someone.
Right. Plus, when you're on an app like TikTok that has that capacity to explode you on the explore page, you're just getting all these people that originally don't support you. So most of the comments are just going to be like hate comments.
There's a lot of hate for sure, but
so much hate on TikTok.
I don't give a fuck.
That's how it should be, bro.
No, because everyone's always like, to my videos is like, bro just stands there, bro does the same thing. Like, just like stupid shit. I'm like, if that's all you got to say about me, then fine. Yeah. Like,
I just also realized I should have started with this, so maybe I'll edit it in the beginning. But we are here with the guest, Shawn Adams.
What is up, guys? I'm very happy to be here today.
The king of the TikTok shreds.
I don't know about that. I think David Lade's on TikTok. No, is he? I don't even know.
Is he?
I don't think so, actually.
No
maybe.
way.
All right, maybe I'm good. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think so. I feel like David
C-Bum's on TikTok, though.
Yeah, but C-Bum is C-Bum. He doesn't count. Yeah. He's just daddy C-Bum.
We won't count him.
No, he's like, it's like you don't compare a god to an ant, right?
Yeah, that's true. No, a lot of people say that, like, oh, I like your physique better than him, and I'm like, whoa. But, like, it's crazy that people, like, would even ever compare me that from where I started, because I started, like, watching yours before I even had a fitness account. And when I started, like, posting, it was actually very motivating for me to look better, because, like, as soon as I saw what I looked like on camera, I was like just way more motivated to look like the people I saw. Right. But it's obviously, I started, like, comparing, which is also very bad. But that's what I feel like.
Bro, that's the easiest thing to do in the
industry. All do it, but I still do it, but it's not healthy.
It's not. It's not, for sure. But at the same time, we realize that everyone has different what is it? Like, even though Chris Bumstead is amazing, he's more of a representation of the hard work it requires to do, like, a sport or a competition. But his thing isn't like his appeal isn't, you know, of course, tailored to the mainstream audience of, like, what they want to look like. Right. Which is where, like, your physique comes in, and these people are like, wow, I really want to look like you. Because it's something that's like exactly. Big. It's more relatable. It's something that's more achievable for them.
You have a very similar physique to me, I'd say. And it's not too big, not like small. Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm in so conflict with, is because I've always wanted to jump on the Olympia stage.
Yeah, you gotta be way big.
But when I started men's physique, it was back when they weren't fucking bodybuilders in board shorts. So I really believe that I had the opportunity to look the way that I wanted to and still jump on the Olympia stage and try to win through purely aesthetics and shape, conditioning and hardness. Much. Yeah. Now it's like you also have to be huge.
It's size for sure.
Size and width really matters a lot.
Because I just did a show recently, a couple months ago. The kid who beat me, I've mentioned this to you before, he went pro like a couple like a month after. But I would say that I was more aesthetic from the front, and a lot of people would say that, but his back was like insane. But he also had me on just like overall mass. And I feel like that's definitely what most places are favoring.
Like these days now, because the competitive industry has just grown so much to the fact that they have to like continuously increase, I guess, what they're looking at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like originally it was just like conditioning, shape, all these things. But as like the competitors get better, it definitely gets difficult.
Yeah.
To like tone down. It gets really difficult for them to like choose who's going to be the best. Because if you're big, shredded, cut, perfect, like aesthetics and everything, that tends to be the most impressive.
Yeah.
Right. It tends to be the most impressive.
It's really like a picky thing, I think, for judges, because there's so much stuff that looks better and worse to different people.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. I'm just going to try to look as good as I can for this next one.
I know. I feel that, bro. I feel that.
Yeah.
That's why the last 3 years or so. Sorry, I'm putting this on and off because like I have a freaking like swollen ear on this side. Oh shit. But
I didn't even know.
But what was I talking about? We were talking about like the last 3 years, dude, I had been like focusing on what kind of aesthetic physique that I want to build, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I've been like staying as shredded as possible for the last 3 years. Yeah. Even though it's cool because like this is the physique that I've always wanted to have.
Yeah.
Like this is the physique I feel comfortable in. I don't really care about being way too big. And I also don't want to blast test over high TRT levels because I get side effects of irritability and other things that are common.
I haven't like experienced anything.
Nothing yet?
But I also just upped from TRT like 2 weeks ago. So.
Oh, bro, you won't even you're not even saturated yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 weeks?
I'm hoping too late 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, dog, you ain't even saturated yet.
I'm hoping I don't.
Just to wait.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get side effects. I've never experienced the irritability thing.
I mean, I'm sure you won't. One, you're white and you're also 5'11". You're like, I mean, you're average / on the taller side, and then 300 isn't necessarily.
It's really not a lot, I feel like. That's what everyone's telling me.
Not when you're comparing to standard bodybuilding blasts, right?
What's like the most you ever blasted?
The most I've ever blasted test-wise was 400.
That's it? That's still not like a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, because I've never really, I wasn't one to blast wet compounds and high androgenic well, you could have a debate on like how high androgenic compounds are for certain DHTs and stuff. But yeah, I just never really wanted to blast wet compounds because my focus wasn't on gaining as much size as possible.
Yeah, like that's the same thing for me.
Right. I started like competing. My first 6 shows were natty. And then I realized that, well, I didn't realize till later I was getting smaller and smaller every time. Why? Because I was fucking prepping as a natty person on nothing. Right. And I did like 6 shows in a fucking row, 9 shows in a row.
Damn.
So it's like staying that shredded as possible for like that long, your testosterone just plummets.
I never did one natty show.
Oh yeah.
My first one was just TRT, but
yeah,
I'm still digesting food.
On the bright side, dude, I mean, TRT compared to, you know, what else is going to be in there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are taking some DHTs and some dryers and some things that'll change your cosmetic effect.
I was just so scared at first to do anything. So I just tried to do it like the absolutely like safest like option that could even help me in like the slightest way.
Yeah.
Because I was just so like, fuck, I don't want to fuck my body up. I don't do this. But I've learned over time, like if you like get blood work and watch your levels, like it's fine.
Oh yeah.
But don't do it, kids. But
don't do it, kids.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only like I've been working out 7 years before I ever considered it. So like kids who like want to do it like 2 years after working out, it's like that's stupid in my opinion.
Well, here's what I want to say to everybody that's listening is I don't feel like I have a place to tell you not to do things because I know a lot of people will do it regardless.
Yeah.
But what I am here to say is from my experience is that you don't need to reach your maximum natural potential before you jump on PEDs. But if you want to maximize your growth, just like taking any drug, the benefits of that drug slowly start wearing off and then you still continue to have side effects. Yeah. Say for weed, for example, you do weed, you smoke weed. People that smoke weed, a lot of them start like having more symptoms of like anxiety, right? It's like the weed stops faring for them to some extent. So the same thing is with PEDs. It's like you have a tolerance that you can build if you keep doing like, say you keep doing Mastron consistently on and off, and you could just keep doing it, you're gonna have to keep hiring the dose.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to keep increasing the dose. Something else that people don't know about TRT is that for a lot of people, actually, like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road, you realize that your free T slowly decreases with the amount of TRT that you're doing. Damn. So a lot of guys have had to start taking additional things such as AIs in order to kind of help their free test, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like basically the efficiency of whatever you're on slowly decreases over the course of time. So if you want to quote unquote maximize your potential in your entire lifetime, then you would obviously want to hold off on the special soldier serum until you've reached your max natural production, right?
It just depends on your goals. Like if you're coming out the gate like, oh, I want to be a pro bodybuilder, then like fuck it. But if you don't, I think if you don't want to like get on a competitive stage, then I would wait, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's just my opinion on it. But I'm sure if people just want to get big for just themselves, that's fine. But
yeah.
I really don't give a fuck what anyone does. But that's just like, that was my view on it. I wouldn't do it unless.
Yeah.
That's like the only. That was the only reason I chose to like hop on anything, was because I want to go pro.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I go pro, I'm chilling. I'll probably like lower my dose.
That's what he says now. But then just like me, 3 years later, we decided we wanted to jump on the Olympia stage.
Blast like 1,000 next year. No, fuck that.
Honestly, COVID was another part of the reason why I just hadn't even done my pro debut yet. The moment I got my pro show was like in August, and then COVID was like January of that next year.
So you went pro, and then you haven't done like a pro show.
Yeah, I went pro, and then there was like 4 months or something, 5 months or something, and then COVID hit, and then I just focused on social media.
You got to do one soon.
I know. That's what I'm telling everyone. I'm going to do one.
It's really good for the YouTube content.
That's why I'm saving the tren, bro.
Serious.
Imagine.
Are you gonna run tren for your next show?
Oh, bro, I think so.
Dude,
imagine, bro.
I heard the side effects are really bad.
Oh yeah, they're terrible. Night sweats, anxiety.
Yeah, Marcus was telling me.
Increased prolactin. It's just fucking shit.
Marcus has really good videos about this stuff on his TikTok.
I heard you literally turn into a cow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just heard you just feel like shit whenever you're not in the gym. That's like all I know.
You feel like shit when you're not in the gym?
He was like, anytime you're not in the gym, you just feel like absolute shit.
I think that's just Marcus.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Marcus just isn't happy unless he's in the gym.
That's honestly me though too. So
no, yeah. That was definitely me for the longest time, bro. That was me for the longest time.
I need more hobbies. I just like go home.
Yeah.
And wait to go to the gym again.
I think I just got way too busy. I feel like I'm like transitioning into like more plates, more dates type, like except younger, where it's like I've been training for so long. I've been training for 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's like now I feel like I'm so busy, like in order to like do the things I want to do, you know, podcast, YouTube, also TikTok, Instagram. Yeah.
Do you remember what year you got into social media and like how I know it's your podcast, but I don't even know like when and like how did you like start like doing like socials?
So I started social media. I started really doing social media, I'd say for fitness, sophomore year of college, because I was like, bodybuilding was like my thing, and I was always like into lifting. I was actually, Connor Murphy and I were actually roommates in high school.
Really? What the fuck?
Yeah. So I know what Connor's actually like, and he's always been a cool, chill, funny guy. His humor has always been like, you know how everyone's like, I can't tell if he's fucking with us or not. Yeah. Like he's fucking with you.
Were you like,
unless he's probably on psychedelics.
Were you with the Connor that was like doing the funny YouTube videos, or like
he wasn't?
Did he start that at that time yet?
No, he started that in college after we graduated from high school.
Oh, okay.
But he was always bigger than me. He was always huge. Like everyone always saw him like he was like, I don't know if he's 6'2" or what or taller, but everyone was always just like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Dude,
like, are you
it's crazy
running something?
It's crazy how much height plays a role in like what your physique looks like.
It does.
Like it's like someone could be
like John Skywalker's got a fucking godly proportions, I think.
Someone could be like always even smaller than you, but like if they're like not that much smaller than you, but like taller, like it just overpowers someone like who's shorter that's like bigger, in my opinion, from just what I've seen.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Especially,
but obviously not skinny, but like
Right.
say someone like that just looks like me that's like 6'4".
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be like an undefeated physique.
Right.
Like basically kind of like how David Lade is. Like he's just very aesthetic and just tall.
he's so aesthetic, bro.
He's just aesthetic and tall. Like being tall helps so much.
It really does.
But if you're short, you gotta just be like, you gotta be bulkier.
Short kings.
No,
Let's
you
fucking go.
You pull it off well. So.
Thanks, bro. That's why I wear combat boots when I go out.
So how much inches does that give you? Like,
It definitely gives me a couple inches. I think. Yeah.
You're up to like 5'10".
I love it. Makes me feel so powerful.
No, literally. I wish I was like fucking 6'2", but whatever.
Fuck you, bro.
It's all good.
You're already 3 inches taller than me. I feel that though. On the bright side though, it's one thing I'm happy about with bodybuilding is that since they do compare bodybuilding with proportions, sometimes it's better to be shorter.
No, yeah.
Bodybuilding, if
really
not even honestly,
it really
more often I'd say. It does depend.
Because
it does depend nowadays.
Most of the time, taller people, it's harder to have good proportions. But like in the rare case that a tall person does have like
crazy proportions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Like width wise, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Like I think Chris Bumps is obviously like one of like on the taller side. With like good proportions, but it's just it's rare for sure. And it's
also Chris Bumstead.
Huh?
Like also that's Chris Bumstead.
Yeah. No.
So
yeah. No. Yeah. I'm saying like it's fucking
rare. Exactly.
It's rare as fuck. But when it does happen, it's just like shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to play like tennis.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, tennis was my main sport in high school. I played a little bit of football and
golf.
Golf?
Yeah,
nice. That was Connor's.
Yeah, really?
That's funny. Yeah.
Dude,
all you jackass people playing golf.
My whole like career path changed. Like I wanted to be a pro golfer.
Yeah.
Like I never even lifted a weight before.
No way. When did you start lifting? How old were you?
I was like 16 or 17.
Okay.
But I started golf. I played baseball like my whole life. And then at 12 or 13, I played golf for the first time. Got addicted to that. I would like go play golf for like 9-10 hours a day.
Holy shit.
Like I wanted to like go pro. Like I got pretty good. I got down to like a 2 handicap for any of you guys to like play golf and know what that is. But that was like my thing. Then I switched and I wanted to be a strength and conditioning coach.
Okay, nice.
For like a college sports team or something. And then dropped out of college for that. And then just like it was around COVID, when COVID happened, when I dropped out of school, because my social started to take off around that time.
Okay.
So I dropped out of college and then moved to Florida and then just moved over to Cali.
Let's go. All the boys dropping out of
Yeah.
school.
Dude, honestly, yeah, that's another fucking topic that we could get into.
Yeah, I know,
honestly.
for sure, man. That's actually probably one of my favorite topics to get into.
Yeah.
It is really hard, but I do personally, if I was going to explain my opinion, I would personally advise people to try to do their backup while they're building up their, whatever else they do want to do, whatever they want to pursue.
Yeah.
But there will come a time where you'll realize like this is a good opportunity for me to just drop whatever my second option is or whatever it is that I'm not truly passionate about.
I feel like whatever like you really want to do and you actually are passionate enough about it, like you can do it.
Yeah.
So like that's why I was always like, fuck my plan B. Like this is what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't give a fuck about school. I was like, I'm just gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
And if I literally just didn't give myself like a chance to fail,
mm-hmm.
like because I didn't have a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna make it work. That was my mindset going into it.
Yeah.
So like I literally had nothing else.
Yeah.
When I moved to LA, I was fucking broke.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got to make this fucking work.
I was too, bro. I was broke as fuck.
Yeah.
I was spending a whole year. Dude, I had a whole year where I was doing photo shoots that were like kind of gay.
Yeah.
And like, I even tried go-go dancing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Because I had no money.
Yeah.
I had no money. I was suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I like decided not to do my master's at UCSD. And I just like, I had like, I don't know, I was like 50 to 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
I just fucking wasn't making anything, bro.
Yeah. But you got like a engineering degree, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever like work as an engineer?
I worked as an engineer for a year. So I had 10K for a year and then that 10K slowly turned to zero.
10K like dollars? Or like
10K in my bank that I saved from being an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you just spent it all. Is that what you're saying?
Well, like over the course of a year, it's like I was trying to make money, but I wasn't making enough.
Uh-huh.
So my bank savings slowly dwindled down to zero.
Yeah.
Until I was like barely making it. and then my social media started growing more and more. I started getting more clients. I started making more money, and it just kept growing. And then finally, COVID, I got my pro card, and then COVID hit, and then I kind of exploded a little bit.
Like for me, I feel like I would have finished college, but like the way my brain works is I have to see the potential in what I'm doing to put like all of my effort into it. So like when I was in school and like studying, I didn't see it like me using it or it getting me anywhere at that time. I'm not saying in the future I might not need it, but if I ever did need it in the future, I would be way more motivated to do it then. Like when I'm like, okay, if I do this, it's going to get me this. But back when I dropped out, I was like, if I do this, like, then what? I get a job working.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that.
I know. Yeah.
So it's like, what?
Exactly.
So it's like, I'm not going to, waste money, like put myself in more debt to do something that I'm not going to use. So that was my mindset.
I think that's fucking awesome, bro, that you literally just dropped that and sent it.
It definitely caused like a lot of, I say, family tension between me and my mom, at least.
No, I'm sure.
She did not like that at all.
Right.
But
I'm sure
it's hard because the parents think like, oh, you go to school and you'll like get a job and be successful, but like that's not how like the world works.
Exactly.
Most people who are like fucking wealthy are all like business owners, college dropouts.
They did something different.
Not just like have money, but like actually wealthy. Business owners, just something different that isn't like with the so-called system. Yeah. That's very, very true. I mean, it is great to have a backup. I was lucky enough. It's 100% great. Good to have a backup. I'm just fucking, I'm just stupid.
No, dude, no, man. Like you had a time, and you like. I personally believe if you did not take your opportunity there, you wouldn't be here where you are right now. Like that was your year to explode. Yeah, and you hit it. So
I still feel like I didn't hit it yet, but
that's even better. Yeah. If you don't feel like you hit it yet, then it's gonna continue to come.
This year's coming.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, that's another thing too. Is like, I feel like as soon as I hit like 100,000 on Instagram, I got like very comfortable with like where I was, and I just started chilling. That's what happened in Florida. I started chilling. I got too comfortable, and then because my rent was so cheap, my rent was like $500 in Florida. Woo-hoo! And then I moved. Shit. And then I moved to LA
6 times.
Yeah, because you don't have to make shit to like live a good life in Florida. Yeah. But like I moved here and my rent was like $1,600. Yeah. And now my rent's even more than that now. So I'm like, damn, you really gotta.
I'm paying $3,500 for this place.
Really?
I'm dying. I'm drowning.
But in a way, like it motivates you more. Like, okay, I gotta wake up now. Yeah. But it's worth it living out here. The weather is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, dude, this place is amazing. Plus the kind of people here are just so dope.
I grew up in New York. It's fucking shit. It's like cold 7 months of the year.
I can't believe that.
I'll never go back there.
Dude, how long did you live out in the country for? You said you're like a country boy?
I grew up in like upstate New York, which like an hour above the city. I moved there when I was 20 and moved to Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Damn, bro. I'm glad I'm out of the country.
Dude, it was so like Hicks. Like the year before me, the senior class had like a drive your tractor to school day. Like it was so redneck.
No way.
So small town. It's like completely
drive your tractor to school day.
No, like I swear to God, it was so redneck.
Oh my God, dude, that's sick.
But if I, for one, stayed there, I also never would have been able to do any of this.
Oh yeah.
Just my hometown is just so like demotivating when I go home. Like everyone's just doing the same thing every day, like comfortable where they're at, not trying to get better. I was like, I can't be here anymore. Because I like being around people who are like striving to be better and do better. But like small towns, like people just get comfortable. It's not like anything against them. It's just they're fine being comfortable. And I feel like a lot of people who aren't like that come to LA. I've met so many people who are just like very motivated in LA. I don't know.
Yeah. LA is just like the workplace though. Like if you want to grow, if you want to do anything, it's LA. Yeah. Which is why I've been telling people that I'm probably moving to LA in January.
Really?
Yeah. I've actually been trying to keep it down low, but I've been saying it on the podcast a lot of times now, so I realize that's not really that much of a secret. I'm mostly trying to keep it a secret from my friends in San Diego.
The real ones who watch the pod will know.
Yeah.
Because this is a new pod, so
yeah, this is true.
This is the real ones will be watching.
All my friends from San Diego that are watching. I'm just kidding. I'll stay here forever. I just love San Diego so much.
Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Texas until middle to high school. Yeah, College Station, Texas A&M. So super hick. Yeah, super bunch of cowboys. And then moved to Arkansas. My dad was a professor, so he was just jumping colleges. So we moved to Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where the University of Arkansas is, which is also super fucking hick in country. And then I was like, I don't want to be with my parents because I had like the worst childhood. Yeah. They were super strict, and I was an only child, so I was like not allowed out of the house and all these things. So then we moved. No, sorry, not we moved. I left for college and decided to go to Purdue up in Indiana. Okay. Because it was far away, and then also it was a great engineering school. So obviously, my reason for going to Purdue. And then after that, worked up in Purdue for like a year, and I applied to schools to do grad school because I was like, I want to do more than this. Like I was literally just waiting for the clock to turn to 5 p.m. so I could go to the gym. I literally just spent most of the day just listening to like podcasts about fitness and bodybuilding and counting macros and shit. Like Ice Cream for PRs by Jeff Nippard back in the day. That was so sick. Yeah.
Did you put yourself in like a shit ton of debt, like going to college, or not really?
Not really. Saved up a bit, and my parents really cared about my education, so that's like, what I was really, really blessed with.
So they got you.
Yeah. They like, if there was anything that they would give to me, it was whatever it had to do with building my success in the future.
How did they feel like that you went this way instead of the engineering path? After they paid for like all your education.
Oh yeah, they were really, really upset for a while.
Even though now that they like see how like well you're doing.
Now, after all this time, my dad has finally said that he's proud of me.
There you go.
And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, my dad has always
amazing.
My dad has always been like very supportive from the start when I told him like what I wanted to do.
Okay, that's cool.
But my mom was just like the opposite. Like, no, that's not gonna work. Basically, that's why there was always a lot more tension between me and my mom.
Yeah,
but
we have a similar upbringing.
Yeah, my dad was always like I believe in you. You got it. Which is why I definitely have like I would say I have a better relationship with my dad. But
I still have never heard my mom say that she's proud of me. That's okay.
I know she loves me. She just like cares. Right. She just cares too much and wants the best for me. But like what they think is the best isn't always the best, and it's going to cause some drama, I would say.
No, yeah. I feel that for sure. All right. Oh yeah. Welcome, ladies and gents, back to Transparent.
Welcome.
With TikTok shredded boy, just Shawn Adams, 33.
No, I'm fat.
No, I'm fat.
No, I'm fat.
Speaking of fat, the body dysmorphia in social media is so real.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about what were we talking about? Being super shredded year round and stuff. Oh yeah. And like jumping on TRT.
Yeah.
Like that's like the key. I think the little secret that people have, like if they've been super shredded year round, one of those people that are known for being super shredded year round in the industry is that they've had to have some kind of hormonal like support.
Yeah.
And if they haven't, maybe they could maintain shredded year round, but they definitely can't maintain their size, and they'll slowly lose it because it's just so unhealthy. It's just so unhealthy.
Who do you think, you're going to get into any names? Who do you think?
Well, everyone that I would already think has kind of come clean.
Came clean.
Yeah, like Joe Aesthetics.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Joe Aesthetics came
clean about it a long time ago. Like he was just like, oh, I'm just on a little bit of test. That's what I remember seeing that video. He's like, I take this smidget amount of test.
Did you say that?
Yeah. It was like on one of his videos. He's like, and that's it, browser.
That's it, browser. That's so funny. I know he like talked about at one point that he took a bunch of other stuff too at some point. I don't know what he's doing now, but so yeah, Joe Aesthetics. What else? I was shredded for a long time before I turned natty, but my testosterone tanked.
Yeah. That's what happened. That's definitely what happened to me, because I was like trying to stay like lean to shit, but 300 something test, and my workouts are fucking shitty.
Yeah.
It was just like I needed something to change, and I wasn't going to change how much I'm working out. I wasn't going to change how shredded I was.
No, so I feel that.
Like, fuck. Especially when like lifting's all you do. For me, it was worth it.
Yeah. Has Tristan Lee ever said anything?
Came out about it?
Has he?
I don't know. He's a tough like subject on that.
Yeah, because he is kind of like different.
He's very shredded, but he's also looked the same in my opinion for years. So like he hasn't really put on any size.
Well, that's the thing is, I feel like if you were that shredded and you were natty, I feel like you would get a little smaller. I'm not accusing him of anything.
Yeah.
But if you were just on TRT, for example, and then you stay that shredded year round, you would maintain the same hormonal profile. You would probably tank your T3, maybe even your T4. You'd tank your thyroid.
Yeah, I feel like there's no way.
That's something you would, right.
He's like dick skin shredded all year. Like it's insane.
Yeah, so like to be that dick skin shredded, you have to be essentially in a deficit from your regular healthy maintenance.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Which means you really can't gain any extra muscle mass.
Because
after you're at that point.
Because the last show I did on like my prep, when I got probably like the leanest I was ever in my life, I was waking up in the middle of the night like 2 times, probably like just starving.
Oh yeah.
So that shit's not easy. Like I don't know if it's genetic. It probably pays like genetics for a lot of people, like how low your body
genetics
fat,
will definitely play a huge role for sure.
Like how low your body fat will be at your comfortability. But like where I'm at now is probably like the lowest body fat I'll have and be comfortable. But any lower than like this I'm gonna start to be like feel like a lot worse.
Yeah.
Anything like under 7 weeks, I start to feel like shit.
Yeah. I'm like at my lowest body fat percentage where I still feel kind of okay.
Yeah.
But if I push any lower, I just start losing, and I've already lost size. I've already lost like 3 pounds or something, which isn't crazy. I could probably gain it back if I started eating a lot more.
Honestly though, for me, it's worth it to feel like shit and like look sick. It's so worth it.
I obviously relate to you.
It's so worth it.
Yeah.
But it does get annoying, like,
right?
Because like once you get that, I feel like there's some type of pressure to stay like that. Because as soon as you get like that, people are like, "Oh, you look sick," and then like next month you're like, you can't like just get, you can't like just get fat, and then everyone would be like, "Oh, it looks like shit now."
Honestly, I'm gonna say something. You in the next few years, I don't know how long it's gonna take you, but you're gonna get tired of it. At some point,
tired of getting shredded.
At some point, you're gonna want to switch it up.
For sure.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what you're gonna do, but like. No one ever wants to do that forever.
Stay shredded
ever. Like it's cool, but like at a certain point, like after several years, you honestly don't even fucking care anymore. It's crazy.
And I know that's honestly like I'd prefer to do types of content where I didn't have to like have a pressure on what I looked like, but I also like to look good anyway. So that's why I'm rocking with that for now.
Right. Yeah, dude. I mean,
maybe one day,
you're still young.
Like maybe one day.
How old are you?
23.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe one day like my view will change and I'll be like, okay, like I don't care if I look like shit and just do whatever and just like live a normal life. But like right now I'm just
one of the things I'm thinking is that like I think what you and I do is sometimes, I mean it really depends, but I think what you and I do or like what say Joe Aesthetics does is harder than competing.
Yeah, because it's all year.
Because you don't give yourself a break.
It's not like 12. It's not 12.
Yeah, you're essentially prepping all year round.
Yeah.
When do you like? If you were natty, when the fuck did you give your balls a break?
Yeah.
For one. But even if you're not natty, you have hormone support from something like TRT. Like you're hurting your thyroid. That's going to be just rock bottom unless you're going to supplement with it. I mean, you can always bring your thyroid back up once you start eating more.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to take that slow or else you'll get fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just so many more things with like your like mental health.
Oh, my mental health is fucked up. it's my mental health has always been bad.
Shit.
We're working on it. It's just the food thing is like the hardest thing for me, like to not eat. Cause like, I feel like if I didn't care about being shredded, like I would be like massive. Like I'd probably be like 250 pounds if I didn't care about being shredded.
Oh.
Like I definitely would have got like huge by now for sure. Cause I put on weight so easily.
You put on weight easily?
Like very easily. It's definitely harder.
I do too.
It's definitely harder for me to like get shredded.
Yeah.
But if I'm not there, then it's a very bad mental state.
Right.
I'll say.
Right.
Like motivation just plummets. And workouts, you would think that when you have more body fat on, you have better workouts. My workouts personally get worse the more body fat I have.
That's so crazy, dude. That's literally nuts. That's literally the opposite of everybody else in the entire universe.
But too shredded, also bad workouts.
Yeah.
So it's like where I'm at now is where I'm probably getting like my best workouts.
Okay.
Where I can like still,
so you're kind of in a more comfortable place
where I can still see like shreds and like still be happy with what I look like.
Right.
But also not like too much body fat where it's just like not motivating to look at.
That makes sense. Scientifically, most probable is that there's actually two body fat set points. So you got like a lower body fat set point where like you go any lower than that and then your thyroid crashes, you start feeling like shit. You can't perform well mentally or physically. And then the upper body fat set point is like you start losing your appetite. You feel sluggish, you feel gross, you know what I mean? Because you're just pushing way too many calories and you're like too high. So, I mean, your body fat set point, you could have probably pushed it down a little bit to the point where like maybe below 6-7%, maybe below 7. I don't know. What would you say you are right now if you had to guess?
I don't know, like 9 or 10.
9 or 10?
Probably like between.
I could see that.
Because I think my show, I was probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So, and I think.
So your high could be like 15 and then your low could be like 8.
Yeah.
Like any lower than 8, you
I could probably
lose
like 6 more pounds and be like fucking like stage weight basically.
Oh wow.
So like 170.
Oh okay.
Like 172, 173 is like stage weight, and I'm like 5 pounds above that. Right
I feel you.
So
yeah, I wanted to jump into some juicy questions.
Like what? Let's hear them.
Well, first let's talk about your social media. So like, how did you get into social media, and then if you had, like, how did you blow up? How do you think that you blew up? What did you do?
I don't even think I blew up.
I think you did, bro.
Not yet. It's coming though.
Damn, dude. Stay positive.
No, but I guess.
No, I agree, bro.
I'll say how
I think you have so much potential.
I'll say like how I got to like where I am. Biggest thing, and everyone says it, you'll probably agree, it's just being consistent. Is like how you blow up on anything. Right. And obviously posting some type of like motivational or educational content. Mine just happened to be more motivational because just not that can't speak. The like education just was not my like type of content. Yeah. But how I got into it was I was playing golf for a while. One of my friends was going to the gym every day, like after like we played golf, and I made a joke one day, like, oh, I'll go, like that'll be like I'll fuck around. So I basically just went to the gym after golf one day to fuck around, and I kind of just got addicted. Started seeing like that when I first saw that slight bit of progress, it was like game over. Like, and I got hooked on it. And then I went to college and I met like a strength and conditioning coach who put me on to some like cool programs, like powerlifting style programs. Because that's kind of how I started. Like, gotcha. Like my training style was very like powerlifting oriented. And I think that's what helped me put on like a lot of initial size. Because I also went up to a different school and I was in like more of a bulking. Like I bulked probably for like the first 2 years that I lifted. And that's before I did social media. It's like you would never, like, if no one would have ever seen that. Like it was like 2 years of just eating everything at like a college where you get all the food you want. Just lifting heavy, powerlifting. So I'm trying to think. Then COVID happened, dropped out of college, and I started my social media probably towards the end of my last semester that I did school. And then it's when COVID happened, it started to blow up. And then I didn't know what I was going to do. I hated living at home, very like depressed in my area, wanted like something new. So I was like, okay, I'll try like Florida, because I don't know. So I moved to Florida by myself, and then I think that definitely helped like my social media, just because of like the weather and the cool backgrounds, like just way more aesthetic than New York and like the dark. Yeah, bro. If you're ever there, it was very like dark and just not easy to make content. Gotham. So it's definitely easier to make content in Florida. Then I got sick of Florida. Still grinding, like just like how I am now, same shit. Nothing changed. But over time, like being consistent, doing the same shit every day, like I noticed like from Florida to now, like my body has just slowly changed into like kind of what I manifested it to like want to look like, those people that I grew up watching, basically. Gotcha. So like I grew up watching like just, I don't even know, like Bradley and all them. Bradley. Yeah. Actually, I really fucked with him on YouTube before like I ever started anything. So that's why it was really cool that I got to work with Roger.
Yeah, dude. But I remember watching Bradley when I was a kid too. I really just watched all his like funny videos with Dom.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's really mostly what
I see Dom at Gold, so he goes to Gold.
I love the guy. It's so funny.
No, he's really funny. But yeah, it was basically just like a very slow process of grinding until like it finally happened, I guess. But the biggest thing I think is that people get very discouraged if they don't see that,
right?
Like the good results right away. But like the mindset that like I had in my head was that I was always already there.
Yeah.
So it's just like it never stopped because I felt like I had it. And then looking back now, when I thought I had it, I didn't have it.
Right.
Like I look at my old pictures and like I look at that, I'm like, bro, I look like shit. And I'm like, how did I think?
And look at you fucking now, bro.
But like, I feel like next year I'll be like, bro, how do you think you looked good then?
Yeah.
So you never know.
That's the thing. That's how it works, and people don't realize that because they get discouraged easily. But you guys, you can literally be grinding for 4 or 5 years and nothing happens, and then on the 5th year, you reach everything that you've ever wanted.
It's just so hard.
Consistency.
It's so hard to not get discouraged. Like for me and my YouTube, like I feel like I've grown pretty decently on like every platform, like besides YouTube, because it's like the one that's discouraging me because I will like post and like put all this effort into this video and it gets like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why am I posting this video? But if I actually I know for a fact if I put like a lot more effort into it, I was posting like 3 times a week. And over time, it like definitely would blow up for sure.
But think about your other social medias.
Yeah. No, because like the ones I put effort into, like TikTok, I probably like post most consistently on. And that also has like the most following.
No, I'm saying like think about when you started your other social medias.
Like how consistent I was?
No, like when you first started, when we had 0 followers.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I posting this? I just hope it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Little do you know, now you're making a living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's definitely crazy to think about, but I just try to tell people. There's a lot of people who like think they can't do it. That's like a big thing for me.
That's something I want to tell people is that like, I feel like a lot of people want to like tell them. See, hope is amazing, and I think hope and excitement is one of the biggest factors to really driving the power you could have to pursue your passion and reach your dream goal. Because a lot of people are saying like, oh, these guys are in PEDs, like you need to know what's achievable. And I think that's kind of, while that's showing people what's realistic, it's also like hurting some of the hopes of a lot of people that are realizing, oh, maybe I could never even get there, so why even try? And it's like, come on, bro.
Not true.
I was the fattest little fucking otaku when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I did nothing but like I was just at home, not many friends at all. Parents wouldn't let me out. Snuck to the office room so I could play video games and watch anime. I was fat. Like, I thought I would never ever grow to be anything, dude, at all.
Yeah,
so
I never saw my life going this way.
Yeah, dude. So all it takes is just like showing up. All you guys, all anyone has to do is literally just show up.
Yeah.
And just keep doing it.
No, 100%.
I promise it'll go somewhere.
And that's like with anything. Like, if you want to be an actor, just like, you could fucking do auditions for 5 years before you get that one. But when you get that one, like, boom.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he happened overnight. Like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it didn't.
This shit's been happening. Like, I've been working behind the scenes for 6 years.
I'm not expecting this podcast to do well at all right off the bat. But I can fucking hope to God that like maybe 10 years from now, maybe I did something to help people, you know?
Exactly.
Like that would be cool.
And even if 100 people see it and we change like fucking 100 lives, and it's worth it. Yeah. That's what that's what keeps me. I agree. That's what keeps me going on my YouTube. Like if I can make just a few hundred people a little bit more like entertained for the day, then I'll just keep doing it. No, for sure. It's just a lot of work for the reward right now.
Your YouTube's gonna grow, bro. I promise.
I hope so.
I started YouTube in 2006.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I started YouTube before some of the people on TikTok were born.
Was that before you started like?
Yeah, Instagram? I was doing music. I was doing like piano, and I did this like I did some it's embarrassing thinking about it now, but I did some like montages where I'd be playing guitar, drums, piano, singing, and then like maybe even saxophone or clarinet, and I'd like put them all in one thing, and I just like make myself a band. Yeah. And then I'd post that.
I started YouTube so late, and I wish I did it the opposite way. Like I started YouTube like a year or two after I started posting on Instagram, which if I were to go back now, I would have done it the complete opposite way.
Would you have?
I would have probably done YouTube like first off the bat, because that's like what people actually care about is who you are, not. Like,
well, I think that's okay. Like. I think that's okay, bro. Like even though I started YouTube first, I was consistent on it absolutely last. Mm-hmm. That's why my YouTube has only grown this year. Yeah. Like I didn't really have a YouTube a year ago. Mm-hmm. Like I started my real YouTube a year ago, and then it is where it is now, which is super cool.
Where is it? I don't even know.
So I had I don't know. I think I had 20,000 subscribers at some point. And then from Instagram and TikTok over the course of 3 years, funneled in like 20 more. So then I was like at 40K.
Yeah.
And then I started YouTube a year ago, and I just went full throttle. I was like, my Instagram is like not working anymore. It kind of sucks. TikTok is cool, but my audience is super international because I only posted workout videos to montages and music. So they don't know my personality, and most of them can't speak English. So the only way I can relate to people nowadays is like starting a new platform and starting over. So
yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to get more of like who I am out there, because all people just see is just me standing there.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to change that. So that was my mindset when I first started, because I was a very introvert growing up and just like not good at speaking to the camera. I wanted to avoid talking to the camera at all costs. So I was like, if I could just figure out how to look as sick as possible, maybe I could do this influencer thing without ever having to speak. That was how shy and like introverted I was at first. So
in a weird way, I can almost kind of relate to that.
Really?
Speaking to the camera was really scary, bro.
No, at first it was
very scary.
It's hard, and it's not comfortable for a lot of people at first, including me. Still, I'm like, I still stutter and shit. Mm-hmm. But I've watched and I've learned a lot over time, which definitely helps.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But yeah, started at 40 and now we're at 300 now, so that's cool.
There you go. How about do you get like decent views? Or?
I think so. I like it. I'm happy with the.
I get shit views.
Dude, you just started.
Well, because mine, I got from like 2,000 to 20,000 just from shorts, but the shorts don't like really carry over to like actual vlog.
Yeah. I actually stopped posting shorts on YouTube because I realized it was not affecting my demographic in the way I wanted.
Yeah, they don't help. They don't help the vlog.
It was only further making it more international, which is exactly what I was like trying to move away from.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my international followers, I do, but I want people that really feel what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
And unfortunately, not everybody internationally can feel what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but it'll come, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna keep going.
Takes years.
I'm gonna keep going.
You're gonna fucking kill it. I know you will.
It's just how my brain works. I don't think I'll ever be able to stop.
Yeah.
To be honest, but we shall see.
At least we have the opportunity to do what we fucking love, right?
No, honestly, this is like what I do now was my dream when I grew up. I was like, I want to be like elite athlete.
Yeah.
Raw gear wasn't a thing at the time, but I was like, I want to work with Gymshark or just like any of the big brands, like, because you see people do that and you're like, yo, that's the dream. Like, I just want to be able to work out. And now that I do it, it's just like, it's surreal, because like that was the goal from the start.
Now we're two apart. Now we're part of two of the biggest brands in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Young
LA code Nyle.
Raw gear code Shawn. If any of you guys.
Good job. Raw gear's pretty sick. I guess.
Or Alphalete. I work with Alphalete too, guys. So I know you girls out there who are watching this. Alphalete's like a lot of like the girl shit.
Yeah, Young LA for her is so much better though.
Really? I don't know about that.
Anyways, let's move on to the next topic. So, I'm curious. Tell us about you and Rebecca.
Oof. I don't even know what I should say on here. So I don't even know what I should reveal.
The audience wants to know.
I don't know if I should say it on here. Should I say it?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Why
not? So me and Rebecca started off like just friends. Then when we moved in things got like, I'll say a lot more complicated. Like when we lived together, we just started getting like way more attached. We would do like everything together, and it just created like way more of a toxic environment. We just like wouldn't want to go and do other things, meet new people, just like very just like to each other. And then that like definitely caused issues, I think.
I see.
But there was a time that we like were like a thing, but that was like, it was very short.
Gotcha.
So, and that blew up very fast. And I moved out yesterday. So well, for all the guys who want to know, that's the very short version.
Breaking news.
Yeah. I'm dead.
That's fire.
This clip will be on fucking TikTok.
Yeah, let's go. It's spilled.
Yeah, so
it's funny. It's like everyone. I bet you everyone in the comments is gonna be like, "We already knew."
No, yeah. People, I don't even know what to say about the topic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, bro, like, if any of us were in the same situation, I'm sure that would happen. That's the thing, is that like living together with someone, especially like someone that you're close with, is just fucking difficult. Like, I don't even want to live with my friends because I don't want to risk that.
I know. It's so living with someone is very hard, and it changes your relationship for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when you like already do so much together, and you start doing like so much more together. It's like,
right.
And especially to have a relationship with them as well, and then you're like you just start worrying about what they're doing. Like when you hang out with someone so much that like their life is practically your life, and then they want to start doing shit without you, like you care, and if it's like, and then it gets vice versa basically. Because there was a time like I'll just give an example. So before we were ever like a thing, I worked out by myself like every day. It was very like to myself. I didn't really like working out with people. Like I like working out alone. And then as soon as we moved in, like she wanted to go to the gym with me every day, and I just didn't like want to work out with her every day. Like I wanted to work out like by myself, do my own thing. And like she started to get like offended that like, oh, you don't even want to go to the gym with me. But like it wasn't even
Rebecca, you got offended?
It wasn't even really like that though. It was just, it wasn't like anything against her. It's just like I'm so used to going to the gym by myself. But like,
no, I know what you're saying.
Since we got so close, I think she took it like, oh, there's so, and then she made comments like, oh, there's so many guys who want to go to the gym with me, but you don't want to go to the gym with me, like, and like she'd be like acting like I'm treating her like shit. But I'm like, it was just like my life before was not working out with someone like every day. Like I couldn't even work out with a guy friend every day. Like that's just how I am. Like maybe like a couple times a week, but I don't know. It's just like one situation.
I get that.
One situation on how it could cause like toxicity, I would say.
Well, I totally understand that, because for a lot of people, you know, going to the gym is like a form of meditation. Yeah. Right. And you can't really do that if you're with somebody else. So makes sense.
It's just like it just got to be like too much. Like I think we got too close, I'll say, and then that blew up. Yeah. And now I think I learned a lesson. I don't think I want to live with a girl for a while.
Well, here's the thing that I learned from all my years of like, did some relationship research and therapy, and I've also had quite a roller coaster of relationships myself. And obviously I'm not a genius. I don't know everything. Yeah. You know, all I can say is from my experiences. But I can say that I have been gifted and granted with an assortment of some crazy relationship experiences that I'm even though it was very painful, I'm very grateful for, because I wouldn't be who I am today without it. And also from learning from other experts and like podcasts and stuff, like, you know, Jay Shetty, Esther Perel, if you've ever heard of her. Even your dream like soulmate, even your like your wife or whatever, like you guys need time apart. Like you can't spend the entire week together. Like it's very important to even sometimes schedule like a day or two where you guys spend time elsewhere, like say with your own friends or with, you know, other people. And it was worse for us because both of us do like the influencer thing, you know, like jobs. Right. So it's like it's all day. Right. And like, you guys also just like met.
It's not like you go to work and like you see each other at the end of the day, which would be fine. Like you have the whole day apart at least. But like when you don't have jobs or like a job where you or anything where you're like really going anywhere, that's like that's separate. It's like shit. Now I'm with someone 24 hours.
Yeah,
24 hours a day, unless they have like their own friend group and shit.
Yeah,
it wasn't like that with us.
Plus, like you said, you guys met as roommates.
No, we didn't meet as roommates. We met on Bumble on like a date.
Oh.
Yeah. like a dating app.
How did you become roommates after?
We went, I don't know, we went to the beach on like a date or whatever. I don't know. The thing was I got a dog and the girl I lived with had a dog as well and didn't really want me to have
the way you say dog is so New York.
Dog.
That's hilarious. Sorry.
So I had a dog and my roommate at the time had a smaller dog that wouldn't have probably got along with the dog that I got. So I needed to find a new place to live, and Rebecca's lease was ending at the time. So and we were getting closer when that happened. So I was like, screw it. Like, do you want to live together? Like, I feel like it'd be fun. And then it was cool. It was cool for a while. Like we still get along very well.
Yeah.
Like we can hang out for like very long periods of time and get along. But it's just like those like few times that is just like toxic,
right,
toxic fighting or just anything like that. It just takes a lot of energy out of you.
I understand that.
I just don't want to be in those types of like situations anymore. So
okay,
yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I personally believe that now that you guys are gonna have your space, you guys could.
It's definitely gonna make our relationship way better.
Way better. Yeah.
For sure.
Like you guys, I don't got a doubt that you guys can be the closest, the bestest friends. Like continue to be the bestest friends. You know, you never know.
I don't know if it'll be like that, but it'll definitely just be like more of a friendly relationship than just like how it was, I would say.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
But I'm just moved in with do you know Ryan Schmidl?
No.
He's like also like fitness influencer. He used to
think so.
He used to like rate people's physiques and shit.
That's funny.
He used to do the physique ratings, but yeah, I just moved in with him, which I didn't tell anyone yet. It's gonna be like my next YouTube video.
Nile's physique is rated 10 out of 10.
That's funny, but yeah, I just moved in with him, so I'm hoping that doesn't.
Okay.
Because we were boys like before, like we always got along, so I'm just hoping that doesn't like
blow up too.
Fuck up our relationship.
Right.
Because it is hard to
just don't have sex.
That'll complicate it. It's just hard. It's hard to get along with whoever you're living with, I think.
No, it is. Yeah. Even my closest best friend in the world, fucking my boy Dion, when we were all living together, it was still hard all the time, which is why I live alone now, because I realized that I'd rather preserve our relationship and have my own time to myself.
I just feel like for me to live alone, I don't know if I'd be as motivated to do shit and like be as successful as I could be living with someone who's like also on their shit.
No.
Because like when I see someone like that's on their shit, like right in front of my face, like doing like so much,
okay,
I'm just like, oh fuck, like what am I doing?
I see.
You know? And I use that as motivation.
Okay.
And I also feel like I might be a little lonely by myself.
Gotcha.
But who knows? Maybe next lease.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I'm like popping and get my own place.
Okay.
And I'm already like
interesting. Yeah.
But like when I'm trying,
my boy Nathan's like that too.
When I'm trying to grind, like I need someone. I want to be around someone who's grinding harder than me. To like keep like leveling me up, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that I couldn't do it by myself. I think it would just take longer.
But that makes surrounding yourself with like, say the three closest people to you.
Yeah, they say like
you become that.
They say something. It's like you can tell where you'll be in the next 10 years based off your friend group or something like that.
Is that a thing?
Is a thing, yeah.
Huh.
Like
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if I said that right.
Okay.
It's like based on who you hang out with, like is like gonna determine like where you're gonna be in 10 years, like your success and everything like that.
Gotcha.
Just like the type of people you hang out with. Like if you hang out with people who are driven, more motivated than you, most likely you'll be like that as well.
Okay. So don't hang out with Rebecca.
Don't.
We love you, Rebecca.
I mean, if you want, she needs a roommate.
She was telling me, dude. She was telling me she needs bro. I don't know if this is a secret, Rebecca, but dude, Beverly Hills. What?
Yeah, she's.
You on Onlyfans or something?
Me too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You guys are both on Onlyfans?
I have it, yeah.
Well, ladies and gents,
don't subscribe.
Subscribe to Sean's OnlyFans.
Don't subscribe. I knew we were gonna get into that when I was on this.
Hell yeah, bro.
Bro, when I moved,
y'all be making bank.
Dude. So I was always like so against it, like the stigma about it and everything.
Yeah.
And then like I was on like this trip to Florida with another group of fitness influencers, and one of them did it, and they showed me like one of their pay stubs, and I don't know what it was. It was like $30,000 or $40,000 in like a month.
Holy shit!
And at this time, I just moved to LA, and I was fucking broke, like I had no money. Like I was barely getting paid from sponsors, all that shit. So I was like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna send it, because obviously you can post whatever you want. You don't gotta post anything you're not comfortable with. But I post whatever I'm comfortable with, and
I feel you.
And now at this point, I could still live comfortably without it. But at this point, it's like free money. It's so,
dude, that's sick.
So I'm just
fucking kudos to you, bro. Kudos to both of you guys.
It's just the stigma behind it. It's like bad, but like it's like with girls, like a lot of the shit that girls post on their Instagrams, like they post on Onlyfans, like the same fucking thing, and they get money for it. So it's like it's like stupid.
Yeah,
it's literally like it's like the shit. Like a lot of the shit is like shit I could post on anything.
Yeah,
but it's just like like I pull my pants up a little bit more or something, and it makes money. So it's like I don't know.
Pull your pants up?
No, like just shit like that. Like
I
can't put it on.
Oh yeah.
But it's like this the fucking.
I fucking post my glute striations.
Yeah, no, bro. That's some OnlyFans. You
Dude,
make a bank.
I'm gonna. All right, guys.
Bank for that.
I'm making an OnlyFans. It's gonna be straight just ass pics. Every pic is gonna be an ass pic.
Want to see my strided glutes? Nah, bro.
I'm actually shocked that didn't get taken down.
What, that picture?
Yeah, I thought my Instagram has always been on the, like, this last year it is like on the peak of being banned, because I've always posted a lot of like very like on the edge, like explicit slash like, you know what I mean.
That's literally like all
whatever.
That's literally all you have to do on there, and like it's like free money. I don't know.
Oh, on OnlyFans.
Yeah, like just that type of shit, like just a little more explicit, basically.
Yeah.
And you're.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, like, because apparently, like, what porn is banned on OnlyFans now? It's not like they don't allow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it still?
I really don't even know.
I don't know either. I just heard that they were trying to stray away from like very pornographic things on OnlyFans.
I know that they were trying to do that, but I don't know if that ever happened. I feel like a lot of people like gave them backlash for that. Be like, yo, this is the only thing this platform is for.
This is the only thing this platform is for. That's so funny.
But yeah.
I'm gonna maybe I should make an OnlyFans for my feet. Only feet. I am giving free feet right now.
A bag
on my camera view.
Like I'll always say, a bag is a bag.
A bag is a bag. A bag.
But like, if you have a Lambo, it doesn't really matter like how you got your Lambo, right?
You know? Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, whoever's gonna hate on you probably like doesn't have it, so.
Man,
they could talk all their shit, but when people give me like negative like shit about it, I'm just like, okay, have fun at work.
Yeah,
that's all I say. Like, I really don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah, bro.
I never give a fuck. I wouldn't be able to do it if I actually cared. Like
no, yeah,
and that's like with anything. Like you literally can't give a fuck.
Yeah,
because as soon as you like let what other people think about you affect how you live and what you do, like your life is just gonna fucking suck.
Right.
I'm sure you'd like feel the same way about like doing shit like filming in public.
Yeah,
you can't care what people.
No, I don't.
It is hard.
It's hard, but
it is hard not to care in certain situations.
But anyways, podcast is not sponsored. The only way you guys can ever help me is by using my code, and that's the only way that I can literally keep myself alive in order to make content. But when you guys do, it means the world. So Young LA code Nyle, huge supplements as well, code Nyle. And then if you guys are feeling symptoms of low testosterone, you guys can get your blood work done with my HRT clinic by clicking the link in the bio if you're on YouTube. That's Trenscend HRT. And they've been my bodybuilding HRT clinic for a while. They have healing peptides as well as ibutamorin, which is MK677, growth hormone secretagogues, PCTs, HRT, the works, things for erectile dysfunction, as well as things for hair loss. All of those things, you don't need to get your blood work done just for the TRT. But obviously, if you do feel symptoms of low T, I do advise you guys to get your blood work done just to be proactive about your health. So, yep. What was I going to say?
What else are we going to get into? What about you? We didn't hear anything about your like past relationships. I feel like we should get into that a little more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I talked a lot. Well, I obviously had my ex on my second episode, so that basically spilled almost everything. But, bro, I've been through a roller coaster of relationships for sure.
Cheated on?
I don't know if I could say that I've really been really okay. So it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Because I put myself through more pain than just being cheated on in a way. But then again, being cheated on, there's also a breach of integrity as well, which it's just all complicated. But anyways, long story short, girls didn't like me growing up because I was chubby and I didn't know how to speak to people. Then I started looking up things like how to like socialize as a normal fucking human being, because I didn't have any parents to really show me how to do that, and I had no siblings to show me how to do that either. I just made friends in school, but I was a little bit weird, and my parents never let me out of the house because they just wanted me to study. So I was like in prison the whole freaking time.
Yeah.
I actually said this on another podcast, but I taped my phone to the corner of the room because my parents put a parental controls on my computer at all hours of the day. And I was like, oh, I need to do some homework. So when I needed to do homework, they would unlock it. And then I recorded them putting in the password, figured out what the password was. It was my street address. And then at 2 a.m., I would set an alarm every night to sneak to the office room so I could play RuneScape and watch anime for the rest of the night.
They literally wouldn't let you watch anime.
They wouldn't let me be on the computer to do anything that wasn't work related.
That's very strict.
Yeah, it was super Asian.
That's very
which is why like when I like dropped out of like grad school and all that stuff to do this thing, you know, it was like it was just the biggest deal.
Yeah,
like, I was like running away from my parents the whole time.
I could see how that could be a big issue.
Yeah. So girls didn't really like me, and then I started looking up things like PUA because I like really wanted to find out like how could I get validation from females when I was younger, when I was like in middle school and high school. PUA is like pick up artistry. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It was something that's always been kind of big in social media back in the day.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that talked about things like that as well, such as like Elliot Hulse or even the Hodge twins. Talked about like how to be a man and how to speak to women. I don't know.
I remember them.
Yeah.
I used to watch some of that shit too.
Yeah.
Those
classics.
Those guys were fucking funny.
They were sick.
They were funny as fuck.
The Hodge twins were hilarious.
I used to watch Jason Capital had some good shit on that too.
Back Jason Capital was the guy
back in the day. I don't really like his content much anymore.
I don't know his content anymore,
but back in the day, it was like it was actually very helpful, especially for like young kids growing up who like didn't know how to talk to girls.
100%.
Very helpful.
Well, the cool thing about all the PUA stuff is like I don't like the fact that it has intention behind it now. Even though if you're a guy and you want to have something, then you need to make sure that you put your step forward, right? But it has helped me learn how to socialize as a normal human being. It has helped me learn how to interact with people, and this has helped me in my business as well, not just like in my social life. Like Jason Capital taught me how to have conviction in the way that I speak, right? Which is absolutely powerful. The reason why I feel like I can even have this podcast is probably because I watch videos like his. So that was dope, and then that helped me speak to women and stuff. But because of all of that, you know, I was always a fuckboy. I don't know if it's because I didn't get validation from my mom, and so I looked for it in other women or something. What it could be?
Big fuckboy, like over 100 bodies.
How bodies?
How fuckboy are we talking?
I didn't care as much about the actual having sex.
Oh, okay. Just like lots of dates and shit.
I don't know. I mean, I did care about having sex to some extent, but it was less about like the getting them in bed and more of like I don't know. It's like I just like really enjoyed their attention, I guess.
Okay.
Like most of my friends were girls for a long time as well.
I feel like that's how like I am. I feel like I have had mostly like girlfriends, which is probably the best, I would say. I feel like I've never like really got close to like, I know how like some guys like always have like, a lot of them just have like one really close guy friend or like a group. I feel like I've never had that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe growing up I did in New York, but not.
You're 23, right?
Yeah. Not in Florida well, actually I did have one close friend, but it's also hard to keep that when you're moving around.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'd say after the age of 23, maybe 24, 25, 26. Yeah. After the age of 23 is when I slowly started taking more control of my masculinity and I started having a lot more guy friends.
Yeah.
And now I have like this crew of dudes, this crew of men that are like my fucking boys. Like these guys are going to be like at my bachelor party, you know, they're going to be the best men at my wedding. And it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because I've never really truly experienced this because I was in a fraternity in college and I still like, I don't know, I was still closer with my girlfriends.
Yeah. I definitely wish I had like a group, like a group of guys that could just be like, I definitely have some, but it's not like a big group.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Gotcha.
But it's definitely hard when like I've been moving. So I guess how long have you been in this area?
I lived 4 years.
Yeah. I've only been here like a year and a half.
Okay. In California.
Yeah. And it's definitely harder. It's definitely harder to meet like quality people. I feel like in LA.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Because I try to I try to keep my circle very small because a lot like there's so many like fake people. There's people I just don't better.
That's why I've never wanted to move there.
Yeah. It's just very fake. And I don't know. A lot of people I meet are like influencers, and some of those people aren't even people I really want to hang out with.
Right.
So it's like,
I know what you're saying.
That's why I only have like a few friends.
I know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
The only reason I even feel comfortable moving to LA now is because I feel like I found my group. Michael, Larry, Devin.
Yeah, no,
I love those kids.
No, they're all they're really cool for sure.
They're real people, bro.
Yeah,
they're just like normal, real ass kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're all in LA now, I think, right?
They're all in LA. Yeah. Michael's not.
They're in like,
a little north,
like Pasadena, I think. Because when we went to
more around K-Town.
Yeah, we went to Speakeasy. It was fucking far.
Right.
From me.
Yeah.
From me at least. But yeah, they're sick.
But yeah, 4-year relationship in college. Super toxic. I care about her now. You're an amazing person. We're friends now. We'll like DM very rarely, but we're still in contact.
Yeah.
But at the time it was super toxic, and she was like, sorry, she was pretty controlling.
Yeah.
So that was hard for me to deal with because my childhood traumas of being controlled by my parents is something that I'm just not like, I can't do. I just can't do. So I had to learn how to cope with that at that point. And then came out here, and I tried not to be in any relationships, but I talked to a lot of different girls and had a lot of different experiences with a lot of different girls. A lot of girls that I feel like broke my heart, even though like I wasn't actually in relationships like throughout the course of my, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
Yeah. Especially in high school, dude. High school was hard.
High school fucked me up. Like I've had I feel like my relationship that I was like in like freshman year of college, high school, like fucked me up. Like I haven't dated anyone like since then because I don't fucking trust women now. Like that's definitely.
How many girlfriends have you had?
Serious? That was like over 6 months or like 2.
2. Okay.
Over 6 months. But like I dated like a few people. Like,
me too.
Under that, but I feel like I can't even really count those.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But like 2 like serious ones, like. But the first girl that I dated, like I knew she like actually really liked me, but like I feel like I just grew out of it and
gotcha.
Just needed something different.
I've had 3 girlfriends. The one in high school though, she's amazing, but I wouldn't really consider that a really serious one.
I never dated anyone over a year, like never. I think like 11 months was the most I've dated someone.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm like bad relationships, I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh no,
got a lot of life to live, bro. You got a lot of life.
I don't know. Like I always say, like I'm gonna try to like not like date anyone and just focus on myself, and then like the next month I'm fucking simping again.
It's also kind of hard when you're in the fitness industry and you're surrounded by all these other people too, and you're also trying to focus on your own business.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
But yeah, my 2 relationships were both 4 years long.
Jesus.
And my second one was the biggest roller coaster of my entire life. And
but it drains you of like so much of what you can be doing.
So here's the thing. This is why I feel like I am blessed with a lot of experiences. Is I've had all the different types of relationships I can think of, but this last 4 years with this girl were like the most life-changing, and I'm a totally different person afterwards. And I absolutely love her to death. And no matter what happens, like she's always going to be my best friend. So like if she finds someone that's amazing, like it'll only make me feel even happier.
Yeah.
But we were in a year of crazy drama because I was being a fuckboy and I was doing things that were definitely traumatic. And
like while you were together?
Yeah, I was doing some things that just weren't, like I was telling her I didn't want to be in a relationship because I wasn't ready yet.
The rave shit, you mean?
Yeah. Wait, did we talk about stuff?
No, you didn't talk about your rape. But like, I'm assuming I get what you're talking. I'm assuming I get what you're saying. Like,
oh my god, all my rape pics and shit back in the day, bro. I actually deleted those off.
You're probably up to no good at the raves.
Those were the best times of my life. Yeah. So actually, when I moved here, I met her on like Tinder, and then the other girl I was talking to, I invited them both to a rave at the same time.
Oh my god.
It was really dumb.
That's stupid.
It's because the other girl was like trying to play around too. She was like talking to other dudes and stuff, and I was like, "Well, I'm talking to other girls, so like, it's no big deal, right?"
I'm so over the game, all the games.
Yeah, it was a lot of games. It was a lot of games. Introduced them both at the same rave, and it was kind of like caused a little bit of tension, obviously, and a lot of weird stuff going on. Mm-hmm. But I think we all. Crazy thing though, now the three of us are the closest best friends in the entire world. Those two girls are my closest people I've ever had. I call Melody literally like every other day. Shit. She's in Korea right now. And then Ro and I, we didn't talk for a year after we broke up, but had her on the podcast on episode 2, and we are now suddenly back in contact, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, time can heal anything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about Ro and I is that we had that year of drama, and then we had a year, like I finally went up to her after like we didn't talk for several months, and I like brought flowers to her door, and I was like, I'm so sorry, because I was talking to another girl at the time, and I was like trying to figure out like, do I want to be with this girl? Do I want to be with Ro? And then I just like sat in my room and like smoked weed and like got high for a month and tried to figure it out by myself. And then I realized like, honestly, she's so important to me. Like, I don't really know what we could be, but like the kind of like synergy just we had suddenly was just so valuable that I feel like I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
So talked to her, figured some things out. Like COVID started hitting soon after. And we were in like a close relationship for a year. And then slowly over the course of time, we opened it up. And so I was in an open relationship with her for like, like 2 years or something.
I don't know if I could do that. I'm way too crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't.
That's kind of where the craziness comes in. Is like the amount of shit that I learned from like being that fuckboy, and then what I learned from being in an open relationship with her was probably the craziest thing that I've ever experienced. Like having to go through the pain of jealousy.
Yeah.
Was fucking painful, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But I was the most jealous kid as a kid. Like this one time I had a crush on the girl next door. I went to her birthday party, saw her with another dude. So I sat on the sidewalk. 9 or 10 years old. I sat on the sidewalk for the entire birthday party, like 2 hours. People would just come up to me and they're like, "Nyle, are you okay?" And I would just be like, my hands. I'm like, yeah. And
damn,
just because I just saw them talking to each other, like I was a simp. Yeah. I've always been a simp.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah. And I realized like all these things.
It's bad.
Right.
It's bad to be a simp.
Yeah.
Because it's like every time you try to give someone like a shot, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over again, in my opinion. But maybe one day. We'll find love.
One day, bro.
That's why we just take everything out.
You just gotta bring them to the rave, dude.
I don't even rave.
Just wait.
That's what freaking.
Don't go to Insomniac raves anymore. I'm just kidding, Insomniac. You guys are great, but like.
That's what Sting was telling me. He's like, I gotta get you to a rave.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'd say, I mean, there's definitely other festivals. Like, in my personal opinion, Crossed here in San Diego, the 27th of this month, 24th, 25th is probably one of the best festivals. And if you're not doing anything this weekend, bro, you should come down and you can literally sleep on my couch. I don't care. And we'll go to Cross together. It'll be fun.
This weekend, like tomorrow?
No. 24th, 25th of this month.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a house festival with like some of the most beautiful people I've seen on the planet, both inside and out.
But like the thing with all like that type of stuff is like how it ties back into prep. How it's like so hard to do.
Oh yeah.
How it's like so hard to do all that.
Well,
shit.
You just gotta remember.
Like, what are you said you had secrets. What are the secrets?
Well, you don't drink. That's one of the biggest things. You just don't drink.
Just straight hard drugs. We don't get into that on the podcast.
I mean,
no, I actually don't do drugs. I've never done drugs.
Yeah.
Straight face.
Yeah. Straight face.
No, just
not even THC.
Just marijuana. That's it.
Gotcha.
But I know the raves are the rave people go hard. I don't know though.
When I go, I'll maybe take a little bit of shrooms or something.
Yeah.
I like to microdose on LSD. I feel like if I take like an eighth of a tab or maybe even a tenth of a tab, even though it's so small that I barely feel anything, it's almost like a caffeination that also like opens my mind to help me stay present. It's really dope.
Yeah.
It's really dope. I know a lot of people are conflicting about that, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, and then as long as I don't drink alcohol, it's literally like a long, big form of cardio, and I smuggle protein bars into the rave or into the festival.
That's smart.
Yeah. So then I like never. I'm always on my protein synthesis.
Yeah.
I eat my protein when I'm supposed to, but I'm also doing cardio and moving around the entire day, which is also benefiting my cholesterol levels, especially if I'm on TRT or say that you're blasting testosterone, you want to do more cardio.
For sure.
So not only does that make you leaner for prep, helps your cholesterol levels as well, plus you got to have some fun.
Yeah.
So
I'm still learning like how to have fun and like be on prep.
It's kind of, it's definitely harder when you're on low calories. It's a lot harder.
Staying busy helps a lot.
Staying busy helps.
Like, dude, like driving here today and like doing this kept me like my mind definitely like off of.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
No, dude, I love the podcast. I'm like, I haven't eaten.
Yeah. Haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, I just had my protein. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, dude.
Yeah.
I've had like what, fucking 75 grams of carbs max today.
I thought you said you were at 30.
I was, but now we're after the workout, so I had some carbs afterwards.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you only got 30 for the day.
No,
I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, that's OD.
Yeah, that's definitely OD.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, the festivals and chicks. Oh yeah. But yeah, I guess the open relationship container really just taught me a lot of things. Would I do it again? I'm not sure, but having to see her with other people and all that stuff.
It's a shitty feeling, I think.
It is, but it also allowed us both to experience the things that we've always wanted to experience while still having the one person that we feel like we really truly want to be with.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it builds this capacity where you can have tolerance and you can love the other person as if they were yourself. It's really hard for a lot of people, and people who don't even want to think about it won't even give what I say literally the time of day. They'll literally say, no, that's weird. But
no, it's hard. It's hard.
But
sure.
But the fact of the matter is you're putting yourself through hell in order to come out a stronger person. It's the fact. And now because of that, I feel like I never really get into any. I never really get like truly heartbroken because now I can just be like that wasn't meant for me, and like that person has a different type, and I'm gonna find someone else that's super amazing, and like I actually hope that she finds something amazing herself, because you know she's a good person and she's helped me through this. So now like I don't really get as jealous anymore.
I feel
which
like
is cool too.
I feel like so many relationships nowadays have just like turned into more of like a possession thing, and like just being like to like just getting attached basically, and like that's my person. More of like I love them, I will say,
right?
Like, and they can go and be free, and like when they come back I'll love them more than like
just, especially to be honest, especially if you're a guy, a lot of guys want their trophy wives. A lot of guys see it as something to acquire that may build up their status or makes them happy to have, which I understand can kind of relate to the past relationship between masculine and feminine, how masculine is supposed to be the supporter of the family, and then sometimes a man will have multiple mothers to his children, you know? Like I can understand that to an extent, but like nowadays, like you can either have a trophy wife or you can have a partner that will help you through life. You know what I mean? Like you could have a partner person. And I've realized that it makes me feel so much more fulfilled, so much happier. And it also makes life that much easier on me. When I have someone that's like my partner.
No, I like that.
My support.
Because I hate the lifestyle. Is like, I don't like going on dates and meeting like new girls like that. Like I just want like one I can trust to hold me down. And, like that's it. I don't like the dating scene. Like I just don't. I don't like it. Like I'd rather just like have that shit set. But it doesn't work out like that.
I mean, you and I feel like you might be in a similar position, but I feel like I don't even have the time for it anymore.
What to go on dates and shit?
Yeah, I don't even go on dates anymore. I don't actually just do anything.
It's just like such a waste of time. I don't know.
I feel that.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of girls that I've talked to recently that we've had like a great relationship with, and I just can't ask them on dates right now because I just feel like I'm too busy.
Yeah,
it just doesn't serve.
It's hard when you
us at the moment.
It's hard when you're trying to focus on yourself,
right?
Unless you think that they're gonna like motivate you to be better and better. But if you don't see them helping you like that,
right, it does take you giving them a chance. I feel like, and learning who they are to really be able to see that,
to know, because like there's a lot that'll like hold you back for sure.
Yeah,
and then there's like the rare is like doing just as good or better than you. That's gonna keep pushing you. Like just about like how I said, living with someone to motivate me.
Yeah,
so like being with someone who's also like very motivated and driven.
Yeah,
it's like very motivating.
It's cool.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Because I don't know if I could like be in a relationship with like a girl who wasn't like same career driven as me, like wanting to be like successful, or someone who just like wanted to kind of be with me and just mooch off me, basically. Like I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah,
just if they were like to do the cooking and cleaning and shit,
right?
Whatever. I feel like it'd be cool at first to be like, oh yeah, just cook for me, and then like probably like 6 months later, I would just like I'd probably get like bored and be like, no, like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think there's a lot more depth that can be achieved and that can be had in a relationship that that like relationship's gonna last, because that's it. Like you've hit all points.
Yeah,
you've hit absolutely all points in like your shape that. You know, this person like supports me. This person also helps me feel fulfilled. We have deep conversations about life and our meaning behind it. We can also support each other in each other's career, right? We have great sex. We have great intimacy. There's just so many things that you can have. But
yeah, trusting someone is definitely something I need to mature with.
Trust, yeah.
Yeah, because like I like lost so much trust like from my last relationship, but I just gotta like not like put it all on like overall women and just like say like, oh, that was just her. But like most girls aren't like that, basically, which has just been hard for me.
It's hard not to generalize after you're hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that.
Especially, and it really depends on how it starts too. Like I feel like you can tell, like I get vibes from people, like, and if they're trustworthy or if they're not, like subconsciously, like I'll know like I can trust them. And like even if you like tell someone like, oh, I trust you, but like in the back of your head you're like, I don't trust you. So it's like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Just getting money right now. Fuck girls right now.
Fuck bitches get money.
Yeah, right. On God.
Feel
just
you.
for now. Until like next week I'm like dating someone.
Next week?
I'm kidding.
We're so young anyways, dude. Yeah. You and I, especially for men, like we are so young. We've got all the time in the world to build ourselves. And that's the thing is like, women do like if you're trying to find the best partner for you, women want a supporter. Women want someone who's going to support them, love them, and not be so fucking like, not be so controlling, not be so hard. Someone who's compassionate and will support, right? And so the more that you and I grow, honestly, the bigger supporters we're going to be. Exactly. The bigger the more capacity we'll have to support somebody, which makes sense. Like which, you know, daddy makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So like look at what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
What is he, like 40 or something, like older, and he just keeps dating 23-year-olds?
I don't even know. Well, he's also a savage, so
he's nuts, bro. He's never dated anyone over the age of 25.
No, did you see that TikTok? It was like he's broke up with every single one of his girlfriends at 25.
No, yeah, it's a thing,
bro. That's so fucking fun.
It's hilarious.
That's so fucking funny. Maybe one day.
I know that I'm not interested in girls, though.
I feel like it's just a coincidence. I feel like there's
no, bro. He's into young chicks.
But you think he purposely breaks up with them when they turn that old? Like he just like gets unattracted.
He probably doesn't have a point on the number 25. Like, oh, when 25 hits, she's gone. but for a fact, he gets tired and he gets used to it. He gets used to them, and he's like, I want another rush of dopamine. I want another trophy girl that makes me feel amazing. Yeah. So he drops her and then goes on to the next one.
Because it's tough 100%. When everything changes like once you get comfortable, and that's like where like real love comes in.
Yeah.
When you're over that like honeymoon stage, and it's okay, now I'm with you forever.
Like, this is my partner. It's not just my trophy. It's not just my temporary stimulation.
That's where it actually starts to get hard for sure. The beginning's fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully it could stay. There's a way for it to stay fun.
Right. Which might mean something if the beginning's not that fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If it starts off like bad, I don't know.
Listen to your red flags, boys.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Anyways, I think that's a good place to stop. But
yeah, there we go.
Appreciate you guys for watching. Shawn Adams, where can we find you, Shawn?
On Instagram, Shawn Adams 33. TikTok, Shawn Adams 33, and on YouTube, just Shawn Adams.
Just Shawn Adams.
Just,
nice.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, the Shawn Adams.
Go subscribe to the YouTube. It's the worst platform. Actually, videos are pretty good, but it's like my worst platform.
Your worst platform. And then I appreciate you guys for watching. Please support the podcast by giving us a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes, and then also giving us a like and comment what you want to see on YouTube. It means the world. It literally means everything. So please do that for me, guys. And if you have any reviews, I'll start reading out the reviews as well on the podcasts too. Oh, I have one final question for you, Shawn. Yes. If you had any, if you were going to die tomorrow, what would you do today?
Fuck, that's a tough question. What would I do today?
Yeah,
I'd probably go skydiving or something.
Skydiving?
I'd probably go on like a place I've always wanted to go and like go skydiving there or something.
Fuck yeah!
Because skydiving is probably like one of the most things I've been like. I know would be like probably like a crazy feeling, but I've just been kind of like I'm scared of heights. So
okay,
but I know it'd be like a crazy feeling. So I'd probably do something like that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Have you been skydiving?
That's the one thing I'm too scared to do, but I haven't done yet. I've been getting over every single fear except for skydiving.
If I was gonna die, I would definitely do that because I just know that feeling would be like so exhilarating, like something just different than.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I'll do that for sure.
That's like the last thing on my checklist.
Or bungee,
so that makes sense.
Or bungee jumping. Bungee jumping would be fucking bad too. I would do something outlandish for sure. Oh, know what I would actually want to do? You know those things where people. They jump off the cliffs with those like flying Superman suits and like they just spread and like they can fly basically.
Yeah.
So I would do that and like glide for a little bit and then like pull the parachute, which is basically like skydiving, but you get to jump off a mountain and not a plane.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you could feel like you can fly for a while.
Oh my God.
And that would be so sick.
That would be sick.
Yeah. So I'd probably go like to some exotic location and do that.
Okay, bet. Yeah. All right. Shawn Adams, everybody. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. That's Transparent. And see you guys next time.
Sick.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.